What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Punch Truck Nerd, the podcast where three friends, three amigos, three bambinos come together to talk about nerd shit. This week, we are talking about The Smashing Machine, directed by Benny Safdie, and you know who's in it? The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with Emily Blunt. We're going to talk about that later in the podcast. But before we do that, we're going to talk about some trailers. And before we do that, we're going to talk about some news. And before we do all of that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Luis Gonzalez, and with me is
Miguel Sanchez
and Deadpool.
QT. His name is Quentin Tarantino. You know,
Cutie.
He's made 9 films. He's pressuring himself to make a 10th film. He had something in mind. He scrapped it. So we're desperately waiting for the new Quentin Tarantino film to come out. What will it be? Will it be his last? Will he then make his move to television? We don't know. But until then, Kill Bill is coming out, not as 2, but as 1, called Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. They're going to combine 1 and 2 together. It's going to be in cinemas, thank God. 35 millimeter, 70 millimeter, VistaVision, IMAX. Just kidding. Just 30 and 75.
I mean, maybe.
70. So let's talk about it.
70.
It's coming out when?
December.
Anybody?
December. And as I understand it, it's being a little bit, there's going to be a little bit of retooling to merge the 2 films together. They're going to lose the kind of previously on in the second, like in volume 2, that opens the film. And what will be replaced, maybe not necessarily there, but there's going to be a 7-minute long unseen animated segment added to the movie. So everybody remembers the anime sequence in volume 1 where they tell the story of Lucy Liu's character. I'm blanking.
It starts with an O, doesn't it? Like
Oren Ishini.
Oreni.
Yeah, Oreni Ishini or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, they have like a anime sequence kind of describing her kind of story, basically.
Do you remember her story, Miguel?
Yeah, she's an Asian character. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I was like, let me get a little more general with it, just in case, you know. And she fucks her up at one point. But I don't know, guys. It's been like 20 years since I've seen this movie.
I asked you about the anime, not the movie. Do you know what happened in the anime?
No.
The backstory? You don't remember? What was the last time you saw Kill Bill 1?
Did I just say 20 years ago? I just said
that's
that, right?
I did forget, but I thought you'd be more specific this time. Okay, I'm locked in. What about Kill Bill Volume 2? Maybe you saw that sooner.
Yeah. Maybe you prefer one.
Actually, I watch that one every Christmas.
Ed, when was the last time you saw Kill Bill 1 and 2?
Probably within the last 2 years.
Perfect. All right. Well, great. And you too can tune in to watch your Kill Bill if it's been a while.
Well, hang on. No, I got a question. Are you guys? Obviously, you guys are probably interested in this, but like, what do you guys think of a 2-movie back-to-back like merger like that? I mean, that's got to be.
I tell you what.
Least
this
4
has been
hours.
In the lore for I feel like decades.
That's what they do, right? Everyone always. It's always a 1 movie anyway, right? That's how people...
Right. There's always that conversation about whether there should be 1, whether there should be 2, who wanted to be what and where, and what if we did combine the 2, what would it look like? I think just that whole backstory lore of living it makes me want to see it. I'm very curious. I do love the Kill Bills, so I'm definitely going to be there.
Yeah, he's talked about it for so long. I don't know what the overall timing of it will be with the kind of like retooling of it, but yeah, it will be like a long venture for sure. But I am also equally as keen. I think for one, it would be awesome to see that in theaters again. I would love to see it as a whole. If we can catch on a 35 or 70 millimeter presentation, that would be awesome too. I don't know, they seem to be very limited when they do like specific formatting, so I don't know how available it's going to be from city to city. But
I never get any of those here. That's how I know I'm not going to see it in those formats. You know what I mean?
If they did a wider release, Miguel, like I'm
probably
just saying
will be an AMC. It might go in laser.
No, I mean I'm saying it'll be in a laser format for sure, but I'm not going to be able to see like the
fancy
special
format.
formats. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we just don't get those.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I think it could be fun. For me, it's one of the good ones. Both films. I do prefer one over the other, but yeah, and I feel that Luis and I talked about this last week, Miguel.
We did.
We were doing our PTA ranking.
We were,
and on the sidelines, we joked about doing a ranking, but this motherfucker won't make a 10th film. But genuinely, you've seen all of the QT films. I feel like you would have a ranking ready to go, basically.
Yeah. I think I've seen most, if not all of them.
Yeah.
I'm shaking my head no, because you're like, we were jokingly talking about doing it. No, you're not. We're going to 100% do a Quentin Tarantino ranking. There's no joking about that. No, I do think, I mean, I have to look at the list. Maybe there's one I'd have to revisit or watch in full, but I think for the most part, I've seen most of them. I love Tarantino.
Yeah. And now
I'm honestly surprised we haven't done a ranking already. It feels like
it's because the movie hasn't come out from Quentin Tarantino. So
okay.
Remember, we were due to have one either this year or next year, The Critic, and then he backed out of it.
Yeah.
So instead, we'll get a Quentin Tarantino written film by next year from David Fincher with the what's his character's name? Cliff Booth.
Cliff Booth.
Booth. Sequel.
Miguel, I'm curious. I want to go through all these movies and see if you've seen them. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Can you start at the beginning?
Dogs.
Start at the very beginning. Okay.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a check.
Kill Bill.
Are these in order?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes, I've seen Pulp Fiction.
I came in so confident. I know these for sure. I know these for sure coming in here, and then right away I thought
you were reading them. If Ed can do it, Ed do it. Someone do it.
I don't want that. I know Ed can do it, but I want to do it. I'm getting too loud. I'm getting too loud.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. You know what? I wasn't focusing. I'm gonna unscrew this. And then I'm going to get serious now.
All right, okay. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to tell you yes or no if I've seen them or not, okay?
All right.
Start over.
It's only 9 movies.
Don't
Pulp
fuck it up.
Fiction.
Is that the beginning?
Fucked up. Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
This is what I was telling you, you lazy as fuck.
No, but hold on.
Read the list.
It's you know things have changed since the beginning and to where we are right now in this podcast, right?
What?
You don't know?
What's changed?
Yeah, what? What are you talking about? To affect your
Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, yes, I've seen that one.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Jackie Brown.
Yes.
Kill Bill.
Yes.
Kill Bill 2.
Yes.
Inglourious Bastards.
Yes. What are we missing?
What are we missing? Oh, I don't. The Grindhouse, okay, but I'm not considering the Grindhouse.
But it counts.
I'm talking about full-length movies here.
That's
okay?
fair. I've seen those,
and he counts as that, as one of his 9. So
I don't think
I've seen it.
100%.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh well, fuck this. Okay. Well, hold on. Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained.
Yes. Yes.
The Hateful Eight.
Yes.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I've seen them all.
There you go.
Oh,
see,
I can rank them. Okay. I can rank them.
I was a little bit distracted with everything.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's our fault.
Quentin Tarantino, let's move on. It's going to show up in theaters. It's going to be a great time. But right now, we're moving on to trailer talk. We have 2 trailers here. It's called Die My Love and Pillion. Which one are we going to start off with first, Ed?
How about Die My Love?
Okay.
Or just Die My Love. Okay. Die My Love!
It's a German film.
All caps, yeah. How much would you be angry? Yeah, so Die My Love is the new film coming from Lynne Ramsey, who did You Were Never Really Here. We Need to Talk About Kevin, to name some of the bigger ones.
First off, I'm sorry. Can I go back here? This with Death Proof, it's 10.
Right, but the whole point was that QT has always considered Kill Bill 1 movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't agree with it. I think most people think, no, you've made 10 feature films. We're just going off
so
of cuties.
All right, so what's this movie
He
about?
thinks he still has a 10th movie to.
Honestly, at this point, I could rank them right now too. If we wanted to do a pre-ranking, I got it. Nah, I won't spoil it. But I could.
Okay. What a threat.
I'll do it.
Anyway, Die My Love. So this is starring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson and Lakeith Stanfield. Is it Stanfield?
Yep.
Yeah. And it looks fucking awesome. Did you guys watch the trailer?
This is what people come to the podcast for. Absolutely.
Did you guys watch the trailer before
half remembered facts and fucking it was awesome.
No, it's okay. So listen, the big thing you're going to see when this trailer comes out immediately, you're going to be like, oh, that's happening. Aspect ratio change. The aspect ratio is squarer. It's got a dreamlike quality to it. We have those wonderful actors, and it looks a little spooky at times. It starts off so like, what's some lovebirds, and then as it does a really good job of like changing the theme and tune as it keeps going on. Yeah, and you're seeing the madness and the fear that is threading itself through this trailer.
Phantom threading itself through.
It follows Grace, a writer and young mother who is slowly slipping into madness, locked away in an old house. And in and around Montana, we see her acting increasingly agitated and erratic, leaving her companion, Jackson, increasingly worried and helpless. Yeah, yes, spicy. It just, for me personally, obviously we've been on a Robert Pattinson train of late, but seeing Jennifer Lawrence come back and start doing some more interesting work.
She never went away, right? She was just like being a mom.
She took a long break. She was gone for a bit.
She was on like a hiatus, you know?
She was on a hiatus, yeah.
She didn't like retire like Daniel Day-Lewis or
no, but she was like, I did a lot. I need to just take a step back, which I think is a good move.
I love
you too need to enjoy life.
Movies. Yeah,
exactly. Who am I to tell you how to live your life? But I'm just saying, like, you might come back refreshed. Also, as an audience member, you're like, oh yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Jennifer Lawrence.
You get excited to see it.
I'm like
right?
excited to see it.
Yeah,
and Pattinson's hot.
So hot right now.
Even with Mickey 17, he's still hot, popping.
Lakeith
People want to see these two together. These are Academy Award performances for a kind of a scary movie.
Yeah,
it'll be good.
I think it'll be good. Lynne Ramsey is really good. I would recommend anybody go see You Were Never Really Here or We Need to Talk About Kevin. They're both very disturbing movies, as this one appears to be too. So, yeah. But yeah, that is coming out in theaters.
What do you think? What do you think the runtime is for that?
It's an hour and 56.
No way. Is it? Oh, I was like, dang, Miguel? You're saying good words. I was going to say 2:27.
It is an hour 58.
Wow, Ed. I love it.
I was kind of joking.
That was crazy good.
That was so close, dude. God, I love us getting back to 2-hour movies. Okay,
here we go.
Watching the Smashing Machine, this one that you're talking about. What did I see recently? I guess One Battle After Another was obviously longer, but it felt like a good pace. Yeah, So no, I love it. Like I can't. I don't want to be there for all day.
A return to innocence. Yeah.
Thank you. Ooh, that sounds like a movie that Lynne Ramsey would write.
Enya song.
I didn't see this trailer. It looks good.
Pillion or Die My Love?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Die My Love. So just real quick, that one comes out November 7th.
Hey, mark your calendars. November 7th, we're going to see each other in the theater watching Die My Love.
Die My Love. Die My Love!
Well, there's no exclamation mark.
Do your mother one, Luis.
No, well, lately it's not about her anymore. It's about the bride.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite, like, earliest podcast memories of us is you doing that, like, so randomly and putting the mic away from your face. So you could be like, "Mother."
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Pillion. Am I saying it right?
Pillion, yes.
So. Am I saying it right? Okay, good.
Did either of you watch it?
Yes.
There you go, Miguel. All right. Well, thank you,
I've been
Luis.
busy.
So this one was hitting up the festivals earlier this year. It's about a directionless man who is swept off his feet when an enigmatic, impossibly handsome biker, played by Alexander Skarsgård, takes him on as his submissive.
Oh,
This actor. Let's talk about this actor, Harry Melling Collin.
that's from Harry Potter, that guy, right?
No, his name is just Harry Melling. He's playing Colin.
Okay, sorry.
That's the guy.
Yes.
That's the guy from Harry Potter, right?
Yep. He was also
Is he?
in. Yeah, he was.
He's Hegglesworth or whatever his name is, the fat kid.
No.
Higglesbottom.
Shut the fuck up. He was
Jersey shirt.
No. He's the
Cousin.
the bad
Fluffy
brother.
sock.
Yeah,
Is he the bad brother or no?
cousin. He's the bad cousin.
He's the bad
Oh, he's
cousin.
the Dursley kid?
Dudley Dursley. Yep.
I was thinking he was the other one that got skinny.
The one that got jacked
Longbottom.
down. He's
Longbottom. Yeah.
long
Higginbottom. I was close.
Longbottom.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, recently he's been in The Devil All the Time, and he was in that Coen Brothers movie, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, as well as other things. Those are the only two I've seen.
He was also in Queen's Gambit, the Netflix series.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Man,
good for
clearly
him.
he's very selective. There's like 2 or 3 years in between all those things.
And
He's
they're
like, I
all
don't need to
kind of
work.
like-
It's fine.
they're very weird, interesting roles. I like where his career has been going. He's done some really cool stuff.
This feels like it's like the discovery of being dominated.
Yes.
Right? Isn't that what this whole thing is?
Yes. Whilst
Him and
also
Alexander Skarsgård
this,
connect, and then he's like,
sweet.
"I'm going to be dominated now." What's that?
Yeah.
But it's also sweet. Is that what you said?
Apparently, the trailer is shocking and actually kind of sweet and gentle and all of that.
I think Ed is just putting his own context into it. He's really reading into what he wants to watch. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, actually, they love each other.
I think they do actually, Miguel.
I think they do. I think.
No, I didn't watch it.
I know you didn't, but it looks funny too.
Oh, no, Alexander Skarsgård got something up his sleeve, though. By the end, you're like, "What are you up to?" Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's get this PG, Ed, please.
What? That's not what I signed on for. That's not what this is about. But yeah, no, it looks fun to me. I was surprised by the trailer. I didn't know. The first picture that ever came out from it was Alexander Skarsgård in the motorcycle outfit, the leather outfit, like Kill Bill, but not. And then Harry Melling just walking alongside him. I was like, what is this thriller? It looks like Alexander Skarsgård is about to kill someone. But no, it's like a romantic comedy with love. It's really sweet.
You said it was fun earlier. I don't know if I would be like, "Oh, this is such a fun trailer."
It looks
fun. That's the thing about it.
It was fun.
That's what Ed thinks.
Somebody's like, "Wow, wait, this is kind of. I feel things. I wanted it to be fun."
Let me ask you this, Ed. Do you laugh in movies sometimes when no one else is laughing?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I do the same too. I do the same.
I was almost crying with laughter when, spoiler alert, Sean Penn died in one battle after another.
We gotta
the
work on our
second time.
spoiler tags. Yeah.
I just said spoiler.
I know.
So, Pillion, what do you think the runtime is for that one?
45 seconds.
Come on, give me another one, brother.
Okay.
This one actually seems like another shorty, though. I will say an hour and 45. How about that? Or an hour 50.
2:04.
Just like.
I am going to take Ed's first pick because this movie is an hour 43 minutes.
Wow, 2 for 2.
You're 2 off again.
I'll take it though.
Is that not weird to anybody, Miguel? Are we not freaking out? That's fucking crazy close. I don't understand. If it was me on the other side, I'd be hotting and hoolering.
Let me just
Over
fill
here,
this
you
trailer
guys are
up.
playing it too cool. All right.
This is an hour and 45. Now, I'll be honest about that one. I had IMDb pulled up. Yeah.
Oh. Well,
fuck
then,
you.
a great way to deflect the magic. Santa isn't real.
Pillion.
Okay. We're going to talk about The Smashing Machine, directed by Benny Safdie. The story of a mixed martial artist and UFC champion, Mark Kerr. Like I said, we have Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, and some more people that are pretty important.
Bunch of no names.
But
there's some names,
non-actors.
One guy's like a UFC guy, and then
right. But I mean, like acting. It's like you can tell, like a big bulk of the cast is like they're not professionally trained actors. You know what I mean?
Some of them, yeah. I feel like there's one more big person that I'm missing. Okay,
I saw the movie.
Oh yeah, you did. We all did.
In theory.
Okay, so thoughts? Smashing Machine, Miguel.
I'd love to go first, actually. I have a lot of thoughts, but I'll try to keep it streamlined for the rest of you guys to get some thoughts out as well. This is not a movie that I was like highly anticipated going into, but I was very curious. Like I was like, and a part of me in my heart of hearts, like wanted it to be Dwayne Johnson's like redemption and also like his reconnaissance, you know what I mean? Like where, this is the new era of Dwayne Johnson, and they let him do like a fighting sports movie to kind of dip his toes in, but look, he's really putting in an effort. Okay. Emily Blunt, the Safdie brothers directing it. You know what I mean?
Just the one.
I said the Safdie brother. You heard me say that, right?
I thought I had an S at the end, but I apologize.
Fucking get your ears fixed, Ed. All right?
Touche. All right.
So I came into it with, and again, not high hopes, but like a hope that there would be something something for me in it, okay? I will say
like
this.
Superman, so I guess maybe you ended up with no hope.
Really great question. Really great comparison. Because I also did not like this movie. Okay,
that's why I had to.
The thing about me is the main two problems I had, and I don't want to get too critical right away, but this was my takeaway from the movie, was just that I thought it was mispaced. I thought they were. It's like Safdie wanted it to not be like a beat for beat sports movie, but also wanted the payoff of like a beat to beat sports movie. You saw a lot of like tropey scenes, but there wasn't the proper build up to them in my mind watching the movie. I questioned a lot of scenes like, whoa, we're at this point already in the story, because I didn't really feel like we were there yet. And also I felt like, just to be slightly critical, I think Dwayne Johnson's portrayal of Mark Kerr was like at first very like eye-catching. I was like, you look different. You're kind of like falling into the role. But there were several moments where it was like, oh, Dwayne Johnson is not like that good of an actor. And it's not to be an asshole. It was just like the moment's not landing for me because I just don't think you're really that caliber of actor. Mm-hmm. I had a couple other overall like critiques throughout the movie, but overall my biggest thing was I walked away from going, I don't think this was properly paced, and I think like kind of a waste of time. We'll get into it. There you go.
We're gonna get into it. But Ed, what did you think about the Smashing Machine?
The Smashing Machine. So, I was a little disappointed by the lack of smashing, either in the ring or in the bedroom. But no, I think I actually I agree with most of what Miguel said. I did have a certain level of expectation with it being a Safdie brother movie. Having seen, and granted, they're entitled to mix things up when they go solo. But they also do, they are talented individuals. And I just thought maybe he was trying to do something new or something a little different with this. And it did very often feel like a kind of run-of-the-mill sports movie. In fact, it did feel like more of a kind of character study. However, I 100% agree with Miguel in that I feel like the pacing was a little odd. Nothing ever really felt heightened to anything. And then there were a lot of big moments, like dramatically big moments, that felt like it wasn't earned. And we'll get into specifics. And as far as Dwayne Johnson goes, genuinely, I thought he was very good. As far as like all the awards talk goes, I just, I think it's just because it's such a stark contrast to what we've typically seen him in. It's good. It's nice to see him doing something sincerely. Not that he's not sincere. Just simply as like he's actually,
he's making choices.
He's making choices, yeah, and I think they did a good job with the prosthetics of kind of giving him like a very different look, like, but without being distracting or cartoonish.
I agree.
And obviously, like, it's his kind of background, like, so naturally he feels like a part of this world of the UFC or the early days of UFC or whatever. So yes, I think he was, solid. I think sometimes there were moments where, his attempts at, really trying to sell it was sadly undercut by these, frankly, non-actors that they surrounded him with. It was a weird mix at times, and then you've got fucking Emily Blunt, who is just fucking amazing and can pull off any kind of role or relationship. I've always thought that about her. Like, even when she played with The Rock in Jungle Cruise, like, she sells it. And she was really good in this. However, I feel like her character is completely just underdeveloped. She has moments, like really good moments, but feel almost hollow because there is just no context or build up to them.
I kept questioning if just about Emily Blunt real quick. I kept questioning if like scenes got cut. You know what I mean?
I was wondering that. I was wondering if the movie itself, like for the sake of time or whatever, was just kind of shortened down. But like, I didn't feel like Benny Safdie was going for a fighting movie. It's not like Creed or something like that. But it also felt like the fights were a little monotonous, and just overall, it never, like I said, I never felt like there was any heightened emotions for me. It was just kind of things happening and playing out. So overall, a little disappointed. Like I said, I wasn't. It wasn't like at the top of my list or anything, but I was like looking forward to seeing what Benny Safdie would do solo wise, and then equally what The Rock would do. I knew Emily Blunt was going to be great, and sure enough, she is. But yeah, the movie looked good. It felt of a certain time and place. I like that they focused on like a specific period of his career. I got that. But it was just like a little too lacking at times.
Beautiful.
Wow. Beautiful. That's so beautiful. Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emily Blunt, directed by Benny Safdie. My thoughts on it. Let me say that no, like, this is the thing. There's a certain velour, there's certain types of movies, there's certain types of looks, there's certain types of sounds that if you play it, if you see it, if you do it, then it's like I'm already like a sucker for it. Like a bright light, like a moth to a flame. There's certain movie tropes or characteristics that I'll just be like, bathe.
You're down for
bathe in it.
Yeah.
And I think for some reason, the way that Safdie shoots his films, especially, I just like the way it all looks.
Sure.
I love the long depth stuff. I love the grade of it. I love how it feels dreamlike, and it's like never in someone's face all the time. Sometimes it's very far distant, and I just like that the way he handles that camera.
For sure.
It feels like it could potentially be a VHS from your dad, just like cleaned up. Everything is like more blurry, or there's focus, and there's everything fills the frame up. There's never like dead space, because you either have the foreground or the background filling up the space, and so you really have like this kind of floating thing about it.
Yeah.
I meant to ask this before the podcast for reasons, but I did want to ask if that is how you guys felt it too, because I remember watching it, I was like, this feels like a VHS. This feels like, like not just a movie of that time, but like I'm watching it on my TV of that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, and I think there's something interesting to be said about that too, because as I heard you guys talking and I wrote some stuff down, I was thinking, and I don't really know, I could just be making up bullshit, but I had this idea. It's like, what if I just told a story as if I was playing back through some of the memories, like a VCR or just like my memories in my head, and you're just hitting these little, like, what would it be like if I was a fly in a wall for certain moments?
Yeah.
And just go with me here. I think it, when you do dream, you do go from moment to moment without realizing, like, oh, how did we get here? Oh, this doesn't seem that exciting or whatever, but they're just like these real, and sometimes your biggest moments aren't that exciting either. So I'm not saying whatever, I'm just like trying to pull something here. So if it's shot dreamy, if it's like structured dreamy, and then it isn't till the very end that when you finally meet Mark Kerr, the camera is like locked down. It looks like a standard like video, like I guess you would see in movies presently, maybe a little more digital than film.
Clean,
but then it's like, okay, now this is kind of the reality of the situation. And it's just like a man going through his mind of the past in some weird way. Does it work as a movie thing? Like that's what causes the strange pacing. And is that what he was intending? I don't really know, but it's a thought.
By the end of it, I had my opinions of the movie, but I remember thinking also, I would like to revisit this again in some time after I like kind of let it go away from me for a little while, just to see if those moments hit the same way or like I kind of see the vision more. Cause that was one of the things I was worried about, was maybe I'm just not catching like his specific vision of what he's doing. And it's one of those things when you're like trying to critique it on the first time you've seen it. It's like, I'm trying to like hold all these scenes in my head so I can say them, but also try to like take in for the first time, like what it is. Yeah.
I think they're just, I think, like I said, I mean, and then, again, everybody probably, took away different things because I've seen people really rave about it too. But just, I think, like you were saying, Luis, maybe there was some different intentionality to it. I just didn't get that. I don't, if that was the intention or if there was another aspect of it that maybe just didn't make itself immediately clear, at least to me. It felt, I don't know. I will agree with you 100% though that it looks really good. I like the look of it. It does feel like that over-the-shoulder camera. I like that transition from the very opening shot where that literally did feel like a recorded VHS tape, and then it kind of like
I was like, I've never seen,
that.
dude. When that VHS, when I saw that, I was like, this is it. Like, that's how it fucking looks. And for some, like 95% of the time when people do that shit, it never looks like what it was. It was like,
looks like a filter or something.
Yeah,
it's like, looks 100%. Like a filter, and you tried your hardest, and God bless you. But deep down in its DNA, that digital thing could never look like that, or that film thing could never look like. You have to just get the actual camera.
And
it felt like that very much so.
Time too. Like it captured that period of time, I thought, really well. The way everybody was dressed,
again, capturing a moment in time in the past.
The cars, design of the house, the set design of the house,
the set design, dude. The columns, the way the columns were done, I was like, absolutely.
It's kind of like, how would you describe it? I know it was like set in Phoenix, right? Or something like that, maybe. So, but it just like, tucked in polos, jeans, Nikes,
There was a couple of shots that really stood out to me, and I'm talking just about like how the camera movement was. I don't know what you call that rule where it's like the camera has to be positioned a certain way, and it's like the way you shoot it, and then you cut to the other side of it. It's like everyone has to be.
What's that called? There's a 180 rule. There's a 180 rule. You can't cross the 180 line typically.
And so I obviously like I'm not a film guy like that. I don't know 100% what the rule is to the T, but it's like there was a couple of shots where I was like, all of a sudden, it was like the camera did almost like an S in the middle of one shot, and it was like when she was fighting with him right after the match, and then he was like, "Oh, let's all get a picture." And then it would like panned this way, and then it panned to her, and then she turned this way to take the photo. And I didn't even realize that it seemed like they were going to go this way with the shot, and he was going to be over there, and she was just going to take it. And so I just thought that was a really interesting way to like move throughout that scene. But same with one of the fights later on. It's like you could tell they were filming it, and then they were just like, I mean, purposefully, I'm sure, but they were like, now let's just go over here and film it, like in the middle of the action. And so there was movement that I wasn't expecting, but in a good way. You
totally. Know? And typically when you're moving like that, you can cross the 180. Like that's really not even an issue. Like the 180 rule is just there for
like stationary cameras,
cutting. Yeah. Pure. Just like to go back for point of reference, you know, because if you shoot it from the other direction, your two characters will then just be looking in the same direction.
Right.
And if that's the case, you broke the 180 rule. And so just like it's disorienting.
Got it. But when you have more freedom, you can.
If you're only in one shot, you're not breaking and the people can see the change. But I mean, I think either way, Miguel, you make a good point because you're so used to keeping it from that one side of the 180 so that when you start changing it left and right, it starts to quickly disorient you a little bit.
Yeah. Which felt very intentional. It didn't feel like a mistake. Yeah. It was like, oh, this is a choice.
Yeah. Because he was getting, I felt like he was getting upset at that time, wasn't he? Wasn't The Rock, he was like taking a picture and...
He was getting
it was right before that they were yelling at each other.
Yeah, and then the opponent came in, the guy who had just beaten him. He was like, oh yeah, let's all get a picture together.
Oh, right.
And just kind of brushed it off. Again, another like beautiful moment from Emily Blunt, who just like nonchalantly wipes that tear away from her eye. But one of my favorite shots in the film is when she is on that spinning ride, and the camera is just like center of the ride, and it's locked on her, and you're just watching her, just kind of. Like the joy she exudes is just contagious. She's one of the most lovable on-screen actors, you know.
The actor, anyway. Emily Blunt, yes.
Emily Blunt, yes. And I love that shot. There was something, I don't know, kind of beautiful about it. Like you're seeing her.
It evokes that feeling of like, I mean, a little bit like she's love,
and you want him to get on the ride too, man. You're just like, come on, fuck your tummy, get in.
I really want to take this time, if we can. I really want to talk about Emily Blunt for a second, because I had a lot of thoughts about Emily Blunt. And not just her performance, but the way they used her. Hell yeah, Ed. And done. There it is. That's a good beer. Hell yeah, dude. That's why I'm going to wait on you. I want to talk about Emily Blunt. I just think that this is one of those roles, and she is one of those actors where you're like, yeah, you just don't have to sell me on it. And I don't think she has to do much or do too little. It's just like she just knows how to show up on the day and do this part. My problem with the part as it's written and as it's presented is they just don't give her enough to do. And for me, it felt like she was really making the most out of what she was given to do. But like I mentioned earlier, like some of these beats, and Ed, like you were kind of saying, it's like they just all of a sudden they're happening and it doesn't feel earned. And so she's like technically playing this part like perfectly, but it's just like as an audience member, I'm like, I'm not connecting with the character because I just feel like the thing is the script I felt like was also very like belittling to her. They could have, this is where I felt like scenes got cut potentially, or at least that's how it felt, is she's playing the overbearing girlfriend who's putting too much pressure on him and he's fucking up in the workplace. So then the workplace is also having like a type of feeling towards her when she comes around, except we were missing some scene that connected that. They were just like telling us she's a bad girlfriend, but that was really only coming from them. We never really saw her be a bad girlfriend until towards the end of the movie. There was one moment, spoiler alert, when she pulled out that gun and my jaw dropped. I was like,
that was one of the most, unearned moments to me. But I was just like, there's no build up to it whatsoever. Like as soon as she walks on screen, like in the movie, the first time we see her, the characters, like his trainer and him, they both kind of like shut down. And you don't know why, really. They don't establish that, and they never explain it either, really. They're just annoyed that she's there, and all you can really take away from it is like they didn't expect to see her back there, or just expected to see her in the audience. I don't know.
I thought what they were setting up in that moment was like his like unbridled rage in before the fight, and how like a pit bull, everything would set him off. But then they just never really followed up on that. And later in the movie, when they have that big fight, he's like, "Whoa, would you get those from your fucking books?" And it's like, what books are you talking about, man? Like, we've never even established that she's like some sort of, you know what I mean? Like reader of philosophy or anything like that. And there's just that moment also where she's like, "Go ahead, hit me." And you're like, that seems very tropey, but also unearned. Like, we just haven't really set that up. And so that's all I wanted to say is I just never felt like any of her moments were genuine, but not because of her at all.
Yeah. You know, it felt like I was in a Universal or Disney ride where I'm just like, you know how you're like, you sit down in this thing and you're going through like the little tunnel and you see like a moment and it's like Tinkerbell's flying out to the kids. Then you move on up and then they're flying already. And then you move up and then they're like on the island. That's what it feels like when I was watching this movie. Cause I was like,
it is a movie
being washed away with everything. I was like, oh, okay. I guess we're over here now. Okay. And then you just kind
of like there was this build up to him going to rehab, and then all of a sudden he's out of rehab.
I was going to say, it's a movie of vignettes. Like, it is just scenes on scenes that kind of tied to each other. That what blew my mind, and I kind of thought something fucked up. Like, I thought I was like, wait, what's going on? Is they were setting up, it might potentially be Mark versus Mark at the end of this big championship. But then all of a sudden they take a break and they go back to America. And I was like, wait, are we skipping past that? Are we like diving, like a character study? We're skipping the action and going into like the after story or something. But then they took that beat of they had that fight and he called the cops on her and she got whatever. And then they went back to Japan or whatever. And it was like, oh, this is where the pacing was weird. I'm going to give an example of something real quick. The only other thing I want to mention, and then I'll let you guys have at it, is the moment where we all feel like we all knew it was going to happen eventually, because it is a very tropey moment in these types of stories where like the roided up, juiced up, like muscle man guy crashes out and he tears down the house, right?
Right.
Man, okay, so I watched this scene twice, and I watched it in two different ways, okay? One, I was a little inebriated. The other time I locked in again because I was like, let me watch this one more time just to make sure I wasn't, like, drunk. But, man, dude, when he, like, tears apart that styrofoam door, and he's like, he very, like, slowly crashes the stuff onto the ground, I was just like, man, this feels like a college student wrote this scene and was like just pulling from other movies that do this. And they were like, this is how you tell this story. And it's just like, oh, none of this looks good. It reminded me of, Ed, do you remember in Gran Torino when we saw that movie, the Clint Eastwood movie, where he gets mad and he busts up the kitchen, but he's also like 90 years old. And it's like, that doesn't look good. Or De Niro in The Irishman when he kicks the guy on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't look believable.
I do believe that The Rock could just tear through a door like that.
I do too, but why did it look so bad? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's the prop and set department, or someone didn't like it. Looked too flimsy. It looked like this door was made to be ripped apart.
Yes.
So like
it looked like cardboard. It looked like there was just cardboard filling and then wood panels. Yeah.
Yes.
And when it pulled down, I was like, I don't think doors typically break like that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, those are
because it was so chunky and big. Like the top. I know what you're saying. The top half just collapsed, just like a piece of styrofoam would just collapse. Like, you know, you have that association. When you break styrofoam, you basically break it. But when you do wood, you're lucky if you get those top little hinges, like the top third.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It didn't.
I know it was a weird thing. It took me out of it for a bit.
But not because of The Rock either. And that's what I mean is like there was a lot of moments where I didn't think the main two actors were doing something wrong. Although there were a couple of like choices where I was like, okay, Dwayne, like I see you. It's just Like, let's get a couple more of these under our belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I thought he shined the best when
believable.
I thought he shined best when he was acting opposite Emily Blunt.
You know what?
She brought a bit more out of him.
And especially because they show the real guy at the end, and you see he's kind of like this polite guy, almost like he understands I'm a big menacing dude, so I need to also kind of overcorrect and go the other way and be super polite to everyone. I felt like The Rock captured that very beautifully. I saw his choices in that moment. In those moments.
Can I say something about The Rock? Can I say something about The Rock? We talked about Emily, but let me talk something about The Rock. I feel like everybody was just basically waiting to see. It's like, all right, don't fuck this up, Rock. This is your cinema moment. You better knock it out of the park. And you know what? As someone who's just continuing to grow, he took a step forward.
I agree.
And was it like the Academy Award winning thing? Like, no. And maybe we are so spoiled with that sometimes when people make that leap and jump. And
I don't
know. You could see somebody just growing. I was in what's it called when you can't go to the doctor right away? First
urgent care.
I went to urgent care one time because I was sick. And
well, it wasn't for fun.
And as I was sitting there, I was watching The Rock in this nanny movie that he did.
Oh, The Tooth Fairy? Or
was it the Tooth Fairy? Maybe
something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Or he was like, he had like no. It wasn't the Tooth Fairy. It was like he had like his cousin,
the little girl,
help him out on this. The little girl. Yeah. Anyway,
Escape from Witch Mountain.
No,
I don't know. We're digressing.
No, it's okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Ed. I mean, Luis.
So basically, I watched him and I was like, wow, this is very different from The Rock that we see now. Where it's just like overly big. His voice is a lot higher too. It was like he was out here talking like this. And, now he's like got the lower register. He's calmer. He's nuanced. But it's like, I would love to pull the clips out to compare him. But if you could see what he was at the very beginning, taking care of that child to now, he's, you can see the arc going up. Will he peak to like Daniel Day-Lewis? Probably not. But will he keep trying to get better? I mean, look, if he wants to, then
I think there's a role out there for him.
I agree. Like this wasn't the thing that made me go, oh, you can't do this. That wasn't how I felt at the end. I was just like, those moments didn't hit as well for me because I can tell you're just not quite at that level. Like talent-wise.
When we had that long walk and then he has to cry and then he puts his hands over his face, which could have been a direction, which is fine.
Yes. Too. But it was also very like, you know what I mean? Like it was like, think about crying and make that sound. And it's like, okay.
Poor guy, like imagine if you fuck up that shot, it's like, God damn, we got to go down 4 or 5 levels again. Yeah. Go back, refilm because it was it was a oneer.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like you.
I think, I'm really just repeating now, but he really did sell that whole kind of like big friendly giant.
He did.
Ness at the beginning, like when he was talking to that old lady in the waiting room and the kid, just very gentle, very respectful. And then even at those times where like he was bickering with Emily Blunt, like talking about the cactus and stuff like that, yes, he's a very precise, focused guy.
I was going to let you finish. Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm more so just like trying to. Because sometimes I'll be like, I'm ready to talk after you finish talking, and then you start talking.
Sorry, I apologize.
Me saying,
but no, really just to say, like, I agree. I do see there's an earnestness about it, and I appreciate that. And like, if this was that movie that something. Like I mentioned earlier, that he feels comfortable in a world that he feels comfortable in, where he's able to kind of really go for moments like that, so be it. And maybe like later on, he was lined up to do a Martin Scorsese movie. Whether that's still happening or not, I don't know. But like,
I could see I could see him in a Martin Scorsese movie.
That would be
too.
I think with the right director, I think he can. He can do stuff like that. You could have seen him in Caught Stealing. Or a role like that. I feel like I'm not just talking about like the big dumb thug or anything like that, but obviously his physical appearance is like a hurdle. Like to disassociate him from his persona, like that's a task. So to that extent, I think this movie succeeds mostly anyway, especially with his physical appearance. Like at no point really was I just sitting there thinking like that's The Rock kind of thing. I felt like again with the prosthetics and everything, they did a good job kind of taking you out of that world and putting you in this one. I think it's just like various things that contributed to, and I want to say too is like I don't think this was a bad movie by any means. It just didn't hit any particular heights for me where I was wowed at any point, which is a shame, but it's c'est la vie. But
do you think you'll see this movie more? Do you think you'll see this movie more, or you'll watch Russell Crowe's Noah one more time?
If we're talking about it right now, I would rather throw on Noah again.
Insane.
But only because I haven't seen that in a while. So, so maybe time for a revisit. But this was, I was also thinking, because we were talking about how it felt, the way it looked. It looks like it feels like one of those movies that if it was on TV, you might just like leave it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would give this one maybe another go. This movie feels like, I bet you there's like a freshman in college out there right now that's like, yo, movies fucking rock, dude.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, absolutely.
Safdie's the director, you know what I mean? And it just feels like, you know what? All of these people involved, give them like, not Emily Blunt, obviously she's already there, but it's just like, give them all just a few more. Like Benny Safdie is like a new director. He's only got so much under his belt, but he's got some really great acting roles and directing roles, and he's worked with some really great directors. So it's like there is the whole world is in front of him right now. And his choices, the way he visually shoots the film, but also this choice of, I want real people. It was the same thing when it was both of them that did Uncut Gems, right? But it was like a very similar thing where it's like some of these people are not actors and they like working with that. They like that authenticity of that, even though they do kind of
style.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, I definitely think it's not like I'm put off by any of the people in this movie. I just thought this was a great exercise,
Sure.
And, but would I see it again? I don't know.
Right.
This movie is also the who does the score is Nala Cinefro. This is actually her first movie that she scored. She's just kind of does other music, so that's pretty cool. I like it when directors just pluck people because I like the sound and I want to kind of imbue my film with that sound. Yeah. So and also I put it on after I got out of the movie and I was like, God damn, this thing is short. 25 minutes, 8 songs. Yeah. To me, that's short. You put on Dune, that's like you better sit down for 3 hours.
That makes me think there are a lot of scenes where it's like the dialogue
specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
The soundtrack is what you're talking about, right, Luis?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just.
Anything else? I thought you were saying something else.
I
was leaving a pause to be nice, but
the scenes when you mention it, it's just like a lot of the scenes were the action or the dialogue, and it was a lot of like quiet in like intensity. You know what I mean? It wasn't always the music selling the whole thing. So
yeah, it was like stuff like that.
It's just like hear it
droning music in the back, like especially when they're like looking at each other, and then the camera just holds, but it shakes a little bit, and then it cuts to the next thing. That was our discussion of the Smashing Machine. Check it out now in theaters.
Quick question: was I the only one who did see it in theaters?
I saw it in theaters. I saw it on.
Okay.
I saw it Saturday morning.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
10:10. I woke up. Oh, I didn't tell you this, guys. Did I say this? I was so it came. I went to go see it Saturday 10:10 in the morning, and that was when Taylor Swift's like whole experience came out too. So I was walking up to the theater, and then I passed the Dolby, and I see a security guard. I forget if it was a security or police, but it looked like they had like a vest of some sort, and they were right there by the entrance. And I looked to see what screening it was. It was for the Taylor Swift one. Yeah. And I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a security type guard like that before here, especially in the morning once. So I don't know if it was just for that movie or if it's going to be there permanently, but keep you updated. Tune in. And I'll let you know.
There.
It's mostly for the Taylor Swift fans to tell them to calm down.
Well, that's what I was thinking, right? It had to be.
I think what's crazy is when you see the showings for that, and anytime Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, I think had a release in theaters too, and it's like they do like I don't know how, but at our theater it was like 45 showings a day. You know what I mean? It was like it took up a ton of theaters, and they had a ton of showings, and it was a ton of people there.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on it.
It's their superheroes.
You know? I get it. If people like it, go for it, you know? I did want to ask my brother-in-law's wife if she would come on and talk about, or give me at least a text so I could read it, about the Taylor Swift album that came out this last week. Is anyone in your life listening to that album?
Yes. Sarah
Lily might be.
Does she say anything good about it? Yeah, Ed?
Who?
I was going to say I'll listen to it over the next week and I'll have a review for you next week. I'm not even a
Taylor Swift. Is this like your jam? Okay, then you don't. What are you talking about? You're going to review it next week.
I thought it'd be a fun challenge. You can't. My daughter listens to Taylor Swift, but
you know who other daughter listens to Taylor Swift? Like his daughter is a super big fan of Taylor Swift. You know who it is?
Who?
Cousin Richie.
Richie. Yeah.
From the Bear. From the Bear.
Okay, but honestly, throw a stone.
From the Bear. From the Bear.
Yeah, gotcha. The show that nobody talks about.
That's his name,
anymore.
right? Richie?
Yeah, Richie.
But yeah, throw a fucking rock.
It's one
and
of the
you'll
best
hit
episodes.
Taylor Swift fan.
One of the best episodes of that entire show. If you would watch it, you would know.
Let me guess. He tries to take it to a concert, but because everybody's a dick, it falls apart, and he doesn't get to do it.
No, you fucking asshole! It's so much more than
that's
that.
That's not even in the right country.
You knew. You wish you knew.
Okay, well, it's not my fault that the Bear conditioned me to feel like everybody's hateful in that show.
One of the best character arcs in all of television. Cousin Richie.
All of television?
Bitch, watch it and you'll find out. I'm not over here fucking.
Miguel loves Richie. Miguel loves the Bear. I like the Bear. We're gonna talk about what we're into. Miguel, tell us what you're into.
I have just a couple of really quick things I want to say. I can't remember if I deleted this thing off the thing. Oh, I deleted the one thing I was going to talk about. I'll give you a real quick. The thing is when I talk and you yawn, it makes me. Yeah,
it's very hurtful.
It hurts. Okay,
it's so late over here, guys.
Go off camera and yawn real quick. Turn your camera off and do it.
I apologize.
But the fact that you're just like in my face yawning. My son is on a soccer team right now, and the last game that they played last weekend, not all the kids showed up. Only 4 kids showed up, so they basically 5 kids. So they only had one sub the entire game, so they one sub position. So they basically all played the whole game. And this one kid, towards the end of the game, he's been running around like crazy. He ran up to get the ball from the other kid and yawned in his face, and I was like, You're just like, oh, kick, goal, suck it. I was like, dude, all right, I love this game. Anyway, all right, sorry, I'm on a tangent. My bad. Listen, I don't have a full review yet. I'm just getting into it. I just want to give you. I'm kidding.
What I'm screamed. I'm sorry.
The problem is the microphone is still right next to your mouth. So even if you go far,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We were talking about it so much, I had to do another one.
I'm really trying to calm down right now. Okay.
Before I do it again.
I won't. It's not a full review because I'm just getting into it. I'm playing the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei. It is Sucker Punch's Ghost of Yotei. It's on the PlayStation 5, or at least that's where I'm playing it. And guys, it's a great follow up to the first game. The first game is don't even take a deep breath, Ed. I swear to God. Pull the mic away from your face for the next 30 seconds. I'm almost done. It's a really great follow up so far. I will say the big thing that you probably see on the internet right now is, oh my God, I'm X number of hours in and I'm basically still in the first chapter. And that could not be more true. It is a game that is full of really amazing side quests. As you are moving through the world, all of these very organic things happen. And next thing you know, you're pulled in this direction, you're pulled in that direction. And you just kind of like organically are leveling up as you go. There's 6 main bad guys you're hunting down. And by the opening of the game, you kill the first bad guy, and I'm maybe 10, 15 hours into the game right now, and I haven't even come close to the next bad guy. I'm simply just going through the world, having a really great time. It's a lot of fun. The combat's really good. If you played Ghost of Tsushima, this is just an easy follow-up to that game. It feels like you're jumping right back in the world. The movement, the combat system, everything is just slightly more tweaked. I mean, it is almost perfect from the first game already, and they find a way to just make it that much more fun. You jump in, ready to go. Ed!
Is it an immediate continuation, kind of like The Last of Us? Do you need to have played that first one?
Really great question, Ed. No, this is set a couple hundred years after the first game. It is a whole different era in Japan's history. There's a whole different set of bad guys as far as the wars that are happening around the country. But it is a combat system and a fluidness to it that you immediately feel like you're playing that first game again. I would say this, and I think I told Luis this. Ed, 1 second. Ghost of Tsushima?
I need a question.
Was the very last big release on the PlayStation 4 before the PS5 came out, and they were essentially making it for the PS5. But because the PS4 was so good, they were able to use that technology and release it early on the PS4. It is probably one of the best games of that generation. And it is hands down just one of the best games you could play, Ghost of Tsushima. So jumping right back into that world with Yotei, I don't know how I'm going to feel by the end of the game, whether it's slightly below, slightly above. But I will say this. It's so much fun. If you're going to play the games, you really should play the first one as well, but you don't have to. Ed, what was your second question?
I might just do the... I was...
Well, hang on, Luis. Are you going to play the first one?
Yeah, go ahead, Luis. Go ahead.
I might just do this one.
Cool. All right, Ed.
Is it kind of like Red Dead and this kind of...
Samurai Red Dead, absolutely. It's Red Dead 2. No, being serious. Red Dead 2 was also very dense. A lot of, you didn't have to just follow the main story. I don't think this is as dense as Red Dead 2, but you get the same feel. There's always something happening. You can just go through the world and let the world play through you. It's a lot of fun. Luis, I was just joking.
Follow-up.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Luis, I know you have a question, but my follow-up to that was because obviously Red Dead is a game that I have played in the past and have been thinking about getting back into, but and I do keep hearing great things about these two games. Is it a game that I would like?
I tell you this, I think. Yes and no. Number one, the big question is, do you care for samurai content, movies and things like that? And if you do, then you're going to automatically get the vibe of the world. Then the second thing that comes into play is the gameplay mechanics, because it is a lot of button mapping where you press the right trigger and press square and that does something. But if you press square on its own, it might do something else altogether. So it's a combat system that you have to kind of get used to. And you have to understand that both sides of the controllers are doing things. It's not just the standard buttons. Yeah. It's not like I can, Spider-Man 2, my kid can play. But this one, if you take away all the blood and gore, he wouldn't be able to do all the buttons right away.
Okay, so kind of
It's
like
not,
Red Dead,
it's not intuitive. Yeah.
and that like you draw and then you're like shoot
Well,
1, 2, 3 up and down the
this
body.
one, the weapon wheel is mapped to your buttons. So, for example, in Red Dead 2, Red Dead 2 is very much like Grand Theft Auto. The weapon wheel is a button you hold, and then you select the weapon from there. Here, it's like the weapon can be here, the secondary weapons are here. It's a little bit more nuanced.
Okay, that was my last question, Luis.
I take back my hand and yield to the floor.
All right. Well, hey, it's a great game so far.
sorry.
I will have a better review.
No, actually, it's because I thought you finished the game. I was going to do a spoiler about the game.
Please don't. No,
I
I just started. So.
Oh, you just started?
Yeah, I mean,
you beat it too.
No, I'm saying I'm only, like I said at the beginning, if you were
15
listening.
hours in.
I'm only like 10, 15 hours in.
No, 15 hours of Ghost of Yotei. I'm talking about Red Dead.
Oh, Red Dead I finished. Red Dead 2
and
1
you haven't finished.
I've never played the story or anything. I've just dabbled. But you can spoil it. Go for it.
No, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, you say it plays like Red Dead, which I've never played Red Dead.
I don't say it doesn't play.
Red Dead scares me
because of how dense it is.
Red Dead 2 is great.
It's just like it feels like it's like 100 hour. The thing is like long games scare me because then that's all my life. You know,
that's definitely.
And I can't leave room for anything else.
Real quick, I just want to clarify.
Kind of makes me hesitate towards any of these games that we're talking about.
Just to clarify, they don't play the same way at all. But what's similar about both games is that the open world is very dense, and there's things to do beyond the main story. That's all I was comparing between the two.
Okay.
And it's like Red Dead in the sense of you're on a horse, but it's you know what I mean. It's there's
Yotei got to walk.
What's how many emotes can you do after you kill someone?
Oh yeah, I mean the Sabrina Carpenter dance is there. All of the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff is there. Yeah, no, it's basically Samurai Fortnite.
Ed, you're into Tampopo.
I am into Tampopo. You guys know I love every now and again. I'm catching up on older movies. This one has been on my list for a while. It's a Japanese comedy. The central story focuses on these three. What starts off as two men, one of which is a young Ken Watanabe, who helped this woman who inherited her husband's ramen shop to kind of revive it and fix her ramen. And it's just kind of like a love letter to ramen. I don't know if you guys like ramen.
I love ramen.
But it's one of those like foodie movies, but it's also a comedy, and there is some. It has some like different little tangents that it goes off on regarding like food or certain characters that become intertwined with the central story. But I really enjoyed it. It was like a beautifully shot film. It was I want to say it's from the 80s. There was one scene that's been stuck in my mind, and I know just telling it, you guys are gonna be like, sounds like a wank fest, Ed. But there was this one moment that was just like so surreal. I was just like, oh wow! Where these two lovers are kind of, they have like a hotel room together, and they're getting like room service. And they are kind of like, being sensual, making out, and the guy breaks an egg and like gets rid of the egg white and drops the egg yolk into the girl's mouth, and then they kiss, and she passes the yolk into his mouth, and then he passes it back into her mouth and backward, like for a little bit until it breaks. This is just like such a beautiful moment. I just like the delicacy of it, the color of the like everything. It's just like I had my real like this is cinema moment. It was so beautiful and just like like a little bit sexy, yeah, like a little bit gross. Like I don't know if you guys have ever done like a raw yolk or a raw egg. It's not always the most pleasant feeling, and also salmonella. But just yeah, it was just like one of those great moments. But overall, the movie was like really genuinely kind of funny. The food looks great. Made me want to have a bowl of ramen right after it. And it's on HBO's TCM collection right now. It's part of the Criterion collection too, but really luscious film.
How'd you stumble upon Tampopo?
It's one of those movies that's popped up over the years as like a go-to foodie movie. And then there's one scene in particular where Ken Watanabe's character is talking to this old man, and he's like, "What's the best way to eat ramen?" And this old man, like with the camera focusing on the ramen, it's just like he walks you through the best way to treat a ramen, like treat it like it's your friend, kind of thing. Like you brush the noodles gently just at the surface, and then you move your meat to the back end and tuck them under the broth and say, well, you apologize, but you're going to come back to you later, kind of thing. It's just that. It's a movie right up my alley, but so it's one of those that's just kind of, like I said, been on my list. It's not one of those movies I wanted to brush off and watch on my phone or anything like that. I wanted to give it my full attention, so I watched it last Friday as like a little birthday thing to me, kind of thing, because I wasn't getting to go out. But yeah, no, it's a beautiful film, very funny, not too long.
Miguel, guess the runtime.
88
I'm not even
minutes.
sure what the runtime was.
88 minutes.
Yeah,
it's an hour and 28 minutes.
I know what 88 is. Thanks.
No,
he's talking to me.
For our audience. Yeah.
No, that's incorrect. It is an hour and 54 minutes long.
Could
And it's
cut
from
down
1985.
Could cut down that egg kissing scene probably a little bit.
No.
Ed went out and bought an 18-pack right away. He was like, I got you. Hold on.
Sorry, try something with me real quick.
Hold on, babe. It's my birthday weekend.
And then can I do one more last thing? It's going to be super quick for what I'm into.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so obviously we already mentioned it was my birthday this last weekend, and I got a jolly nice surprise. And Sarah and my daughter got me a new Lego pirate ship. This is the set that is, as some we may have mentioned on the podcast before, Miguel was the first person to ever get me a Lego pirate ship, even though I spent my entire childhood asking for one every Christmas and every birthday. My parents never got it for me because they just thought, well, he's going to bust it up anyway. So Miguel made that dream come true. Damn. I've been after this one for a while because I'm on a mission to make either a fleet or a super pirate ship. And this one is like a series that they've been doing recently where it's a 3-in-1, where the whole set you can actually build 3 individual sets from. So if I didn't want to build the pirate ship, which there it is, luscious, you could build this pirate tavern or this Skull Rock situation over here. So that's very exciting. I was super pumped to get this. I was not expecting Lego. Most of my family has said we're not getting you Lego, mostly because I'm out of places to put it. But also it's just like, Lego has gotten pretty expensive, but this one I think is fairly modest compared to a lot of their bigger sets. But pirate Lego has always been my favorite theme, if you will. So yeah, I was overjoyed for this. But I've told Sarah I'm going to reorganize my Lego displays before I build it, so it looks a little bit more put together, because right now it's in shambles. And that's it. That's all I got.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Is it a Lego corner?
It is the Lego corner, beneath the DVD wall.
What a great backdrop that could be. You could have your Legos on one side, your DVDs on the other.
Like, imagine if you turned your camera around.
Yeah, what would that look like?
If I did this. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah,
right out.
Do that. All right, sorry about that.
Thank you guys for watching Punch Drunk Nerd. Tune in next week. We're going to talk about something. We haven't discussed it yet, what we're going to talk about, but we will be back at it again in the saddle, delivering you the news, a feature discussion, and a good time. And until then, it's been me, Luis Gonzalez, and with me has been
Miguel Sanchez.
Ed Bull.
All right, later, Gators. Bye.